So Monday Night Raw was last night, and we saw a multitude of different things happening. Not all of them that important, but I'm gonna talk about two main things, and that is the two AJs right now at Monday Night Raw, and that is of course AJ Lee, who just came back after this really emotional and triumphant return at SmackDown, and of course AJ Styles, who might be doing kind of the opposite. So let's go one by one. Of course, AJ Lee returned on SmackDown, and on Monday Night Raw last night, she gave this really heartfelt and really good and emotional emotional speech. It kind of reminded me of CM Punk's promo when he returned to AEW. And what's interesting is that AJ Lee really got into the personal stuff and how much she needed to come back, or sorry, how much she needed to leave and to get better and to improve her mental health, which is that is very important to improve your mental health. But now she's back and she's going into this feud with Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, of course, backing her man CM Punk. Now, what I find most interesting about this is that in the promo itself from last night, from Monday Night Raw, they really made it seem that everything they're going to do was for specifically the Women's IC Championship. Now, of course, CM Punk has been feuding with Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. So, and as soon as Becky got involved in this, we assumed this was going to evolve into a mixed tag match. But the way the promo came out and the way the promo was kind of going in on Raw, it really made it seem that the tag match was going to be for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at least. Now, would it make sense? I don't know if it would be cool, if it would be bad, if it would suck, whatever. Would it make sense for this particular story for both championships to be defended in that mixed tag match? Think about it. Of course, both of them have been feuding. Seth and Punk have been feuding for a while, since before SummerSlam, and right now they're really going for the championship. It would be weird if the tag match was only for one of them, for the IC and not for the world, but they really made it seem that that was going to be the case. But I also don't think basically the two biggest championships on Raw, because the Women's World Championship is vacant, basically the two biggest championships on Raw would change hands in a mixed tag match. I just don't see that happening. I think that's too weird for us to see, but it is exciting. I mean, tell me if AJ Lee doesn't look good with that Women's IC Championship on her waist or on her shoulder, which I think she used to carry the Divas Championship on her shoulder. She looks amazing, right? I don't know if AJ Lee is the right person to take that title off Becky, but would I love to see AJ Lee in championship matches against so many other people? And I'm going to do a video about that later, maybe a short, I don't know. But I think that is a really compelling case to make for this main event scene on Monday Night Raw. It would be weird if that would be the end of the feud. I assume whether it's for the championships or not, this mixed tag match is only going to be like a one chapter, right? There's Crown Jewel coming up, and then there's Survivor Series in San Diego, which we assume is going to be a War Games match. So whatever they do, I doubt that it's going to end at WrestlePalooza, but it would be cool to see something crazy happening, because it's the first PLE happening at ESPN. Is a shout out to ECW, the name WrestlePalooza. So you gotta do big things, you gotta do wild things, and having these two championships change hands in a mixed tag match, it's wild, it's crazy, it's kind of weird, but I don't hate it. So maybe not. Now, the other AJ that we're going to talk about is, of course, AJ Styles, who in the past, basically for a year now, he has been saying that he doesn't have much time left. I think he has said in the past that he wanted to finish his wrestling career when he turns, 50. I think that's the number, the magic number he put, 50 years old. He's 48 right now. he doesn't have that much time left. That was even a story, uh, a plot point when he was feuding with Cody. He told Nick Aldis, "Hey, I don't have much time left. Can I have another championship match?" I don't know what they're gonna do with AJ Styles. There's that thing that his son commented, I think, on Instagram about AJ being wasted. Clearly, they're working this somehow into a program. I don't know who would he be feuding against. The fact that he cut that promo during commercials, which added a little bit of, a little bit of that work shoot style program that the wrestling community on the internet really likes. I don't know what else is there for AJ Styles to do. It would be weird for him to be inserted just randomly in the World Championship scene, because he's not gonna win. Like I think we have our next contenders for the World Championship lined up. So I don't really know what they're gonna do with him. I really hope that he has a solid end to his career. Uh, Maybe not as big of a star as John Cena, but in the wrestling scene for wrestling fans, he's one of the biggest, definitely active right now. So, maybe do another retirement year kind of thing, but instead of doing this all, 39 days retirement year, no, you actually do a storyline that is not out of fucking nowhere like John Cena's, and you actually do something that makes sense with the character for a year. Again, I think he signed an extension on his contract that takes him up to February, something like that. So if they're gonna do something with him, they gotta do it fast. I assume the WWE is gonna work hard to try to keep him under contract. Why wouldn't they? Um, but yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with him other than and he's out, right? They're definitely not gonna just let his contract expire, right? Um, and yeah, it's weird to see that, as soon as one AJ comes in to WWE and in this big celebration, there's another one that apparently has his days numbered. Again, we don't exactly know when that is going to be. I guess we have about 2 years for that end date. But how are they going to handle it? I don't know. And guys, how would you like WWE to handle these AJ Styles potential retirement run? And who would you like to see AJ Lee face throughout her return? Let me know in the comments. Let me know whatever you want, and I'll be right here.